Should you buy GoPro Hero 4 7? Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about GoPro Hero 4 7. That's how I practice talking to the camera before I actually record. Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about this little beast, GoPro Hero 7 Black. Now, GoPro 8 and 9 is already out. So why we are talking about GoPro Hero 4 7 Black? Because even today, after 2 versions later, this camera is a beast. This is probably one of the best GoPro or any action camera I personally have ever used. I abused it. It went under the ocean. It went pretty much 12, 13 different countries around the world. I recorded some beautiful footage with this beast of a camera, and so tiny, it's unbelievable. What GoPro Hero 4 7 Black has? It has 12 megapixel photo, it has a super photo, which essentially means that it can take HDR, but be careful though, it's only useful for the static objects. If you have some kind of moving objects, then super photo is not the best thing to take photograph with. That being said, it still is good to have. You can record 4K up to 60 FPS. That is insane. Also, you can take really super sweet slow motion full HD with 240 FPS. 240 FPS, and it takes hyper smooth video stabilization. I think this is the first edition of the hyper smooth, which essentially means that no matter how much you run or walk and how much of shake in your hand, you won't see it in the video. Bear in mind though, if you are using the hyper smooth mode in the night time, you will find a lot of trouble. It also can go down at 10 meters without any case, which is brilliant. You can do live streaming. I haven't tried the live streaming myself yet. I actually did connect my Facebook and YouTube with it, but I never came up with any idea what to talk about. I'm not the best person in the world in vlogging, but you have the option, so it's brilliant. It has a time warp video. So time warp video is essentially the combination of hyper smooth video. You can call it a hyperlapse. Essentially, it's one of the best hyperlapse I personally have ever used, and you can always control the speed of your time warp video from 2 times all the way up to 30 times faster. It's incredible. So slower you move, faster you make it, and faster you go, slower you make. So you have to play the balance and find the best settings. I personally don't have enough recommended settings for you. You have to play with the settings and then find your own version. It also has face detection. Generally, I find it less useful, not because it doesn't work properly, more because it's already quite a wide angle lens with a very narrow aperture. So everything tends to be in focus. That being said, you have that option, so it's very good. And most importantly, you can take raw photograph with GoPro Hero 4 7. It has .grp bin. That means that you need to convert the GoPro RAW into DNG with the Adobe converter, and then you can edit it. And you can also, I think, connect external audio source to record some good audio. But personally, the audio built in, it's phenomenal. Even though it doesn't have any case, but don't let it fool you, because it's very, very extremely rugged. Like I told you, I took this camera everywhere. I abused it. It doesn't look any pretty anymore. It looks like how it meant to be. It has sign of all kind of drop. By the way, if you came this far, I highly recommend you to go down to the description and see all the links and follow me in the social media and ask me any question if you have, and I'm happy to answer you as many questions as possible. Lots of love. So, should you buy GoPro Hero 4 7? Yes. I edit a lot of audio and video, and in my personal experience, GoPro 8 and 9, like I said earlier, 9 has a different colorimetry, meaning that if you're into editing videos and if you want to use native flat profile of GoPro, until 7, I find it really easy to work with. From 8 and 9, they tend to crush the blue as much as they can, even if you're using flat mode, and I find it extremely painful to work with sometimes. Probably this is a good for folks who are not into editing, just want to have the good quality video and just edit it. For them, perfect. So I still use this camera a lot. and I'm probably gonna buy another one if I break this one. That's how much I love this camera, and this is the best bang for buck. As a matter of fact, if I do a quick eBay search right now, it's selling at about $130.50 US. Less than $300, you can buy this camera with accessory and extra battery. If you don't have enough budget but you need something as good as GoPro 8 or 9, eyes closed, go for this camera. You will love it, I promise you. So this is it for me, guys. I hope you found this video very useful. If so, like and subscribe please. It helps me a lot to continue this kind of content. And I see you in the next video. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.